a penniless writer and a champagne heiress. Two souls trapped by fate, bound by forbidden love. Their secret meetings, desperate escape, and ultimate betrayal unfold in the heart of Paris, where love fights against the chains of wealth and power. Will they find freedom or fall to destiny's cruel hands? Like and subscribe to uncover their fate. The rain hammered against the Parisian attic window, mirroring the tempest brewing inside Leo. He stared out at the city lights, a glittering tapestry he could never afford to touch. Penniless, that was his curse, etched on his soul as deeply as the words he wrote. Words that so far hadn't bought him a single baguette. Then she walked into his life. A flash of gold in the grey. Isabelle Dubois, heiress to the Dubois champagne empire. A name whispered with reverence and envy. He met her accidentally, tripping over her pug, Coco, in a small, forgotten bookstore. Her laughter, a melody in the dusty silence, was intoxicating. Should have turned away. He knew it. She was a butterfly, flitting in a gilded cage he could only dream of. But her eyes, the colour of storm clouds, held a sadness that resonated with the melancholy in his own heart. They began a dance of secret meetings, stolen moments in shadowy cafes and moonlit parks. Their love was reckless, a burning pyre fueled by desperation and longing. He showed her his Paris, the real Paris, the one beyond the designer boutiques and champagne flutes. She, in turn, revealed the suffocating loneliness of her gilded existence, the arranged marriage looming on the horizon like a gilded guillotine. Their love was a rebellion, a fist shaken at the suffocating expectations of their respective worlds. It was also utterly doomed. The first betrayal came from Isabelle's cousin, Antoine. He had always been her shadow, a sycophant with a viper's tongue. He discovered their rendezvous and, with a cruel smile, reported it to Isabelle's father. The gilded cage slammed shut. Isabelle was confined, her letters intercepted, her phone calls monitored. Leo was threatened, offered a paltry sum to disappear, to forget her. He refused. He knew the price of his stubbornness would be high. He was attacked one night in a dark alley, left bruised and bleeding, but unbroken. The message was clear: stay away. But their love was a stubborn weed, pushing through the cracks in the pavement. Isabelle, resourceful and desperate, found a way to communicate, sending encrypted messages through the bookstore owner. A sympathetic old soul, they hatched a plan to run away, to escape the suffocating grip of her family and his poverty, to build a life together, brick by painstaking brick, fueled by nothing but love and hope. The night they chose for their escape was a night of torrential rain, a fitting backdrop to their dramatic flight. He met her at the back gate of her estate, Coco yapping excitedly in her arms. They slipped away into the night, two shadows swallowed by the tempest. But their freedom was short-lived. Antoine, driven by his own twisted obsession with Isabelle, had anticipated their escape. He waited for them at the train station, his face twisted with jealousy and rage. In the ensuing chaos, a shot rang out. It wasn't meant for Leo. It was meant for Isabelle. But Leo, with a desperate cry, threw himself in front of her. He crumpled to the ground, clutching his chest, the life bleeding out of him onto the cold, wet pavement. Isabelle screamed, a primal sound of grief and horror that echoed through the station. Antoine was apprehended, his face a mask of vacant shock. The dream, the reckless, beautiful dream of freedom, lay shattered at their feet. Leo, gasping for breath, reached for Isabel's hand. "Don't regret it," he whispered, his voice fading. "Our love, it was real." He died in her arms, a penniless writer who had dared to love an heiress. Isabel was left with nothing but the memory of their love, a burning ember in the frozen landscape of her life. She was rich, secure, everything the world envied, but she was also utterly and irrevocably broken. Love, in the end, had become their downfall. It had promised escape, but delivered only devastation. She would forever be trapped in her gilded cage, haunted by the ghost of the man she had loved, the man who had given his life for her, the man who had shown her the true meaning of freedom. And the rain, the endless Parisian rain, would forever remind her of the night she lost him. The night their love became nothing but a tragic, beautiful memory.